Just slowing down into the first spot. And look what the bottom looks like out here now. It's just, I'm not even in my spot yet, but I think I pretty much got to stop here, which is what I did yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's tons of fish right in here.
North Country Outdoors Radio.
Hey, hi everybody, Curt Quesnell here. We're back on Lake of the Woods. We're after the 4th of July. And I make no bones about it. The 4th of July isn't my favorite weekend of the year to be out here. Not because of everyone's out fishing. It's really a transitional time. But it doesn't take long and those fish really settle down. I showed you what's on the depth finder here this morning. I didn't even get to my spot here. We're going to set up, we're going to fish on this spot here for a while and see what we can do. Lake of the Woods Fishing Report. We're into a summer pattern is just emerging now, and this just keeps getting better. The second half of July is awesome, and August is awesome because the fish are very predictable in where they're going to be and how they're going to bite. I'll get set up here and we'll get some fishing done, all right? Getting baited up here. I've been lucky. People are sending me jigs. And everyone talks about jigs. Everyone says, geez, what color are you using? What color are you using? I think more important than color, if color has importance, is the profile of the jig. Something different. Look at this one. All right, not only, I mean, it's got everything you want. If you're going to be searching for something to do, it's tungsten, it's big, it's got the spinner blade on it, and it's got a shiner minnow on it. So we're going to get this in the water and see what they're just piled in here right now too. Well, here comes the first fish. Not very big. So again, with the little fish, reel them up slow. If you're lucky, they'll get off. Too. Now I told you a great tip last week, and I said would be the tip that you'd want to remember, the best tip you'd hear all summer. I got another one for you. The best tip you could have all summer is to wear long pants, socks, and real shoes in the boat. Eliminates those black flies. But now, the other day, and it seems kind of odd that I wouldn't have one in here, but a buddy of mine had a fly swatter in his boat, and these flies that are biting your ankles, they're slow and they're stupid. You know, you can get them with your hand. With a fly swatter, you can really mow them down pretty quick. Where'd that boat weight come from? So, fly swatter. And you can shove it in anywhere when the black flies come around. And it's not like it's an unlimited supply. Once you get them, you're free and clear for a while. So, a fly swatter, long pants, real socks, real shoes, a lot better day in the boat. And they make material that's cool as any shorts you'll ever wear. So think about that if you, before it's too late and you're on the boat with shorts and sandals on and the black flies are eating you alive. I moved. And been kicking myself ever since I did. I was in kind of a sauger hole, but I was catching fish. This is a good walleye here. Wait, you see this guy? Hold still, buddy. Hold still. You get out of here quick. You're right in the roof of his mouth. See that? He's not getting off at all. I'm gonna have to get the pliers to get the hook on it to begin with. There we go. Very nice fish here. All right, not a giant, but heck, this is a 24-incher, easy enough. Swim away, buddy. Get my line back in the water now. You can't sit in a spot you don't have confidence in. It's not easy to do it, even for 20 minutes. That's a lot of times it's only 10, sometimes it's right away, sometimes it's a half hour, but 20 minutes seems to put it back right away again. You'd be surprised how often that happens. As soon as that bait guy, this one's gonna keep too. Oh yeah, man. This is a big sauger. Just how big, and that was immediate. I mean, you saw that one. This is a good fish. Yeah, that's it. Well, just all pulling it down, that's a 15. That's a 16-inch sauger right there. All right. There's the first one in the bucket today. Well, this one's a little better, but only a little. Sure, this jig again. A company called Northern Lights Tackle makes these. They're doing some really interesting things with tungsten. All right. They're making different configurations, which I mentioned before is important. I'll get another bait going here. A lot of colors and textures. This one at the wing is something that I kind of like. But he makes more normal-looking jigs too, and he's out here thinking out of the box with this one. So, and I would be really surprised if this pink jig didn't glow in the dark. Okay, well let's get to the report for this week anyway. Sorry about the sunglasses, but I'm looking right into the sun right now. What's going on? I know that I'm seeing more and more boats out with the downriggers on. Again, we're out in the mud. And here on the map, I've showed you this before, but I save it. This is how big this area is. And anywhere out here is probably just as good as anywhere else. From the 9-footer and even further over than that, over to Glenn's Reef and over here by Stony Point. I just smudged up my screen, thank you, but anywhere in this whole area is a good place. You just motor around a little bit and you'll see fish, and you'll see clouds of bait fish. You'll see all kinds of life there. Here's Long Point, there's Garden Island, all right, Knighton Bridges, Stony, Warroad area over here, and the Rainy River over on this side. Now, those of you who like to fish reefs, of course, you know they get going real well about this time. 4th of July, you can start getting around your favorite reefs. And I know here in the Long Point area, Lem's Reef, which is 3 miles off of Long Point to the north and just a titch to the west, there's a lot of boats out there, and I've been out there a couple of times. I don't really do that well out on Lem's, but it sure is a popular reef, and a lot of people fish out there. So if you like to fish rocks, it's good. If you like to fish in the deep mud, it's awesome. And there are people pulling spinners in less than 15 feet of water, 15 up to 4 and 5 feet of water. Okay, well, I'm waiting for my next bite here. I want to talk about something else. The other day, someone sent me this picture and said, geez, this is on this rope hanging off my dock. Do you know what it is? Well, I didn't know, so I sent it to some water quality buddies of mine. Because to me, it looked like zebra mussels. But I know zebra mussels are little clams. It's just soft bunches of muck that were on that rope. And they all determined they didn't know what it was, but didn't think it was anything too much to worry about. It looked like it was pretty natural stuff. But there's a point to all this, is that in July now, things really start to grow. All the weeds are getting better. Your boat launches are going to start being more weed covered. So as you put your boat in and out of the water, It's time to really start double checking around your axles, on your bunks, hanging off the back of your motors, for weeds and stuff that you don't want to transport. It's called clean, drain, and dry. You've heard me talk about it before, and it's very important year-round, all right? But especially now and for the rest of the summer when those weeds are really growing. If you are anchored up, your anchor rope's going to have stuff on it. Check that. Lay it out. Let it dry out before you put it anywhere else. And another good idea, when you get the boat out of the water, trim the motors down. Let them run out. You'll see the water will run out for, I don't know, just a few seconds, and then it's gone. A lot of things that you could do that take a minute at the boat ramp, and then that'll make you a great Minnesota fisher person if you are taking care to clean, drain, and dry and help stop the advance of aquatic invasive species. All right? You do that, and I'll thank you for it, and so will every lake in Minnesota. So you wonder, was it the bait switch or just some fish come through here? Because it's been busy for not having caught any fish. This is kind of small. I'm taking it easy on it. Ooh, no, this one keeps creepers. They're good keeper sauger here. This is a nice fish. Oh, 15.5 incher. See, don't touch 15.5. That keeps all day in sauger country. A beautiful July day out here. It's warm, but it's not real hot. And it's certainly sunny, and there's a breeze. Oh, God. There's a breeze supposed to be 5 miles an hour out of the west, and I bet it's 5. It's just perfect, enough to keep you cool. But I put it down there, and about 30 seconds later or so, it's a scientific term. And there's another fish down there on the bottom. We'll pick it up to about, still touching the bottom, coming up, all right? And just lift it up a little bit more. Well, doggone it, this is another, could be decent keeper sauger. Now, I'm not opposed to sauger holes, that's for sure. I'm going to throw this one back. I'm in about the square mile that I'm fishing, a mile around here, there's 8 boats. I can see over to Lem's Reef, and there's got to be 15 or 16 boats over there, and there has been for a long time. I mentioned people like to fish around rocks. We're just getting to that time as a really good time to do that. But as I look around the lake, and I can see for miles and miles, quoting the Who, and you see a boat here, and a boat there, and a boat here, and a boat there. This mud bite, which I showed you, that huge area that it's in, is wide open, and more people find out about it every year. There we go, baby. Wanted one more fish, and I wanted to be a good one. This one's not going to keep. It's a good fish. Like one of those 20 inches to me, but we'll find out. Yeah. 20.5 incher. Now you may sit on saugers for a while, but these fish aren't far away, and you never know when they're going to come up and bite. There we go. This one feels like a keeper. Come on, buddy. Heck yeah. I've got 3 sauger is over 15 inches. That's what this one's going to be. Okay, correct that 14.5 incher, but I'm going to keep this one too since I've got a couple already. Holy smokes. Another big. Wow, he's really running too. Look at this guy pulling drag, huh? I think he was wrapping up. Big pike. Jeez. That's what I was afraid of. Good one, huh? Sure, I thought it'd be too easy. Here we go. I'm going to measure this guy. This is a 28-inch pike. This would be a good keeper material if you wanted to keep a pike. Took off. So if you want to come up and fish with the NCOR guide service this summer or this fall, check out the NCOR Facebook page, NCOR. The very top message on my board, it lists everything that you'd want to know. What you get, what I get, and then message me from there. You can call, but I may be out fishing, who knows where I am. I need to be able to look at the books and see what's available. So message me when you want to come, and I will get back to you that day, or something really weird has happened. I'll get back to you and we can start working it out. Now, I'm coming off of my big slump here on the 4th of July, and this morning has been awesome as far as what it could have been. A lot of little fish, that's Lake of the Woods, but now you've seen bigger fish, nicer fish. I've got 3 that'll be just right for my supper. I can't be keeping a ton of fish every time I go out anyway, so I just wanted to see what was out here. And like most good spots on Lake of the Woods, there's a lot of little fish. There's some fish you want to keep, and there's some big ones too. So I'm going to be done here. Unless I get a whopper in the next 2 minutes, I'll just say I'm Curt Quesnell. Thanks for watching the videos, and if you go to the YouTube channel, the Curt Quesnell YouTube channel, you can just search NCOR fishing videos. That'll get you there. Subscribe to that channel. I think that way, when I get something new up there, you'll get a message telling about it. Subscribe to that channel, and thank you very much for watching. I'm Curt Quesnell. We'll see you soon out in the water.